Boy, I was just sitting up here thinking, you know how we always be saying you got to speak positive. You got to speak positive. You know what I'm saying? And so you got to always think positive. You got to always speak positive. So that way nothing negative don't come back to you. Don't come back and try to bite you in the butt. You know what I'm saying? So, we have to fight through all that. That's why I sit up there. And if I have a conversation, somebody on the phone ain't talking right, guess what I do? I make up an excuse and I get up off that phone. You know why? Because you got to stay positive. You mess with some of them people, you go to feeling like they feeling. You be like, especially when the conversation is going off on something that you be like, huh? What in the world? Nah. Not this season. No, 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 no. That's why it's so important. You got to be with the right minded people. You know what I'm saying? Because I tell you, some people nowadays, they'll scare you if you ain't careful, And that's why Miss Big Betty Bombshell, she remembered her back in the day. She remember all that sense, because I always hung with people that were older than me. I had them sugar daddies too. Well, I tell you, they always treated me right. But I'm just trying to tell you, you know what I'm saying? You learn from your mistakes. You learn as you grow. You learn as you go on. So Miss Big Betty Bombshell always trying to give you young ladies advice. Some of y'all men too. You know what I'm saying? To get it up here, because you got to get some sense. You know what I'm saying? Because I tell you, you got to think before you do. And this generation nowadays, they just do it and then think later. And then it be too late to think later. And they done messed up. You know what I'm saying? But that's why Miss Big Betty always giving you advice, because she don't want you to go through nothing that she went through. She don't want you to go through none of that. Nah. And she remember those things back in the day, and some things she remembered back in the day, it was like those that were there telling us about how some of them was back in the day, And I remember them times with grandmama and how she used to cook them breakfast, them big old breakfasts, and we get them biscuits. Boy, I tell you, now these young girls, y'all don't want to cook, y'all want everything microwave. Them men want a cook home meal. They want a good old cooked home meal. And I tell you something, them microwaves ain't gonna cut it. And we was always taught a way to a man's heart is through his stomach. And I tell you, you can't cook, you can't clean, what can you do? No man ain't gonna be looking for you. They be like, what in the world? You gotta be able to do something. And that song always says something from nothing, nothing from something, whatever. You gotta have something. You gotta have something going for yourself nowadays, ladies.